Hello everyone and welcome to iBasiac. Welcome to a very dull, dismal day here in the United Kingdom. But my dull, dismal day has been brightened somewhat by the arrival of a big package. Ooh, I can see what's in this package. I was expecting it. It's not been packed very well. I never like to see a vacuum cleaner sent in the post with the handle sticking up. Quite annoyed because the handle does come off on this model and it would have fitted into a box half this size. But anyway, such is life. We can't control what other people do. I'm hoping that this Electrolux Professional upright vacuum cleaner is as described. It is supposed to be an X-display model, which to me means it's unused. It was missing, and it said in the listing, it was missing the HEPA filter that fits on the side of the machine, and I assume I'd probably need to buy some bags. So I've already got those two items. They came today as well, a few hours before the cleaner, so hopefully we'll be okay. We'll be able to get this cleaner going. I had one of these a few years ago. I got it for about £100 or 89 or 99. It was on offer. And I sold it and I regretted selling it. So this one came up on eBay for about 50 something delivered, and I thought, well, I can't resist that. As I say, not too happy with the way it's been packaged, but it's yes, there's a little bit of shop soiling. Now how am I going to get this out? A little bit more than shop soiled. I think that's... I have a feeling this is being used. But I'll soon find out if it's been used. I'll know instantly. Well, it's easy to tell, isn't it? If it has been, I will be asking for some of my money back, if not all of it. You know, if people list on eBay, list truthfully, that's what I say. Warts and all, because if you don't, it's only going to come back and bite you in the bottom. Ah, that might be easier. I'm just going to be able to lift off the top, hopefully. Okay, I'll chuck that box, slide it down the stairs. Oh, well, that's some of it anyway, half of it's unwrapped. Not too happy so far. Very unhappy because it doesn't even stand upright. Oh. It doesn't stand upright. Oh, no, it does now. Phew. Oh, there's a little note in the bottom. Let's see. Oh, what's it say? Just my invoice, I expect. Blah blah blah. It's Electrolux, the Professional bagged upright vacuum cleaner. Now it cost me £58.99 delivered. Came from London Salvage Services Limited. So probably a company that doesn't know anything about vacuum cleaners, although they did know that it was missing the filter. The filter was still not standing up properly. The filter, which should be in here, but at great expense, well, at 20 odd pounds, direct from Electrolux, I managed to obtain the filter that is required. Okay, I'm going to take a closer look at this machine and see if I'm going to be as disappointed as I think I'm going to be. Well, I've opened up the bag compartment and that looks clean. It looks very grubby, but I think all the marks that are on this machine should remove with a bit of cleaning. I'm a bit concerned that it doesn't stay upright properly. It could be just missing a spring. So I don't know why the HEPA filter's missing. Now this is going to be the real test, where whether I'm going to be really disappointed or relatively happy, is to look at the underside, which is a sure sign if this machine has been used. Oh, well, there's good and there's bad news. Now, I think definitely it's not been used, but wherever it was on display, it's not been looked after while it's been displayed. This base plate, I don't know, there's a little dent in it there. There's scratches on the base plate. Now, obviously I can go online and see how much a new base plate will cost. It's not going to affect the performance by the looks of it. Oh, that seems a bit, I think it is a twin motored cleaner, this, I'm pretty sure. So, lovely metal agitator, just brushes though, no beta bar on this model. Very nice, very strong, smooth running wheels at the back. We'll just move the cleaner forward. Very smooth running. Little bit like sort of oversized skateboard wheels, really. What's the wattage of this? Well, this was assembled in Mexico. It's model number Z9210, and the wattage, I don't know, where's the wattage? Let's see, 240, oh, 1200 watts. Now I've got the full number, I'll type that into the Electrolux website and just see what parts I can get now. See how much a new base plate will cost. And as I say, I think there is something broken with the cable, not the cable, the handle release. It is not staying upright. But I'm pretty, yes, it's not been used, but it's not been sort of looked after wherever it's been on display. Here's the cleaning head. You've got 4-position height control, low pile carpets, medium, long and high pile. That's a bit scratchy. That's actually, I thought that was a sticker. The Arm & Hammer logo, that's scratched. It's not a sticker though. Arm & Hammer, that just signifies the dust bags. I don't know if the replacement, I bought a box of replacement bags here. I don't know if these ones have the Arm & Hammer coating, but the original bags, and hopefully the one that's in the machine, are supposed to be coated or impregnated with Arm & Hammer baking soda, which is supposed to absorb any odours. I've got a reset button and a light. I believe that's for the brush bar. I've no instructions with this. I'll probably be able to find them online. I think I have seen them online. I believe that will turn on if I obstruct the brush. It'll switch the brush bar off, because I'm pretty sure it's twin motored, this vacuum. I'm fairly sure. Anyway, if it does cut off, I've got that reset button. There is the handle release, which is a bit dodgy. There's something wrong with it. I think a bit of cream cleaner, whoops, will sort out this white finish. Fortunately, it's not a glossy finish, this, like, you know, a domestic vacuum. It's a matte finish, and they tend to be a bit more forgiving when it comes to showing the scratches. Here is a very, very wide dirt path. I think the airflow on this is pretty good. So, you know, that is a really wide, that's wider really than a domestic vacuum cleaner hose, slightly wider. You've also got a little diverter. So when you're using the hose, you need to turn it to hose. And when you're using it on the floor, that's the hose position. So it diverts the suction through the hose. When you're using it for carpet cleaning, it must be on the floor mode. Now I can just see, this is the foot pedal, and that's, I think all that could be wrong is either there's a spring missing or the spring is just dislodged. I think there should be underneath somewhere, there should be a spring that holds that in that position. So when you press down, it will spring back on its own, but it doesn't. So that's why it's a little bit dodgy the way it's working. I've gone into handheld, it's a bit easier. Here's a carry handle that folds flush when you don't need it, and it pulls open to carry the machine. It was fairly light actually when I was lifting it, but you see as I lift it up, the head drops So it's not right at all. I don't know whether it's worth complaining and seeing if I can get some money off. Here's the hose. It's not stair cleaning. You used to be able to get an optional stair cleaning hose for this. If I can still get that, might be useful. But it's just a sort of quick release thing. Let me just try and pull it with me. Oh! Now I'm working one-handed, which isn't the best way. It's telescopic. And you've got built-in on the end, whoops, built-in sort of crevice gulper nozzle. There we go. And then this dusting brush. There we go. That's quite, it's horsehair or natural bristle or whatever it is. It's not that soft really. Again, it's all a little bit grotty. But I'm fairly convinced it's not used. I could have bought a brand new in the box one of these, but I think they wanted nearly 200, and when I paid less than half that originally for a brand new in the box one, I wasn't keen on spending that much. Although this was, it's called the Professional, it was sold to the domestic market because I bought mine from Argos, and I saw it in Comet, I believe, as well. There's a little cord, bottom cord hook that you pull out to store the cord. The cord's over there. It is separate from the machine, so it can be replaced easier. It needs plugging into the cleaner. So, ooh, look at that beast. Oh, they match very well. They'll be coming up if you haven't seen those already. It depends when I upload this particular video for the Electrolux. Hey, they match very well actually. Look at those. Look at the Nilco. That's a huge commercial vacuum. So if you haven't seen that yet, you may have seen the unboxing, but if you haven't seen it, you will be seeing it again with that SIBO. I've shown that a couple of times, I think, but I've not done the demo. So here is the space where, and I'm assuming that this is the correct, you see the filter came with the sort of outer cage as well. I believe it goes in this way. I can't do it one-handed, but I'll unwrap it and it just clicks in there. So that is the correct piece. Ah yes, it is twin motored because we've got 2-position switch, hard floor, so that's the brush off, and carpet, and then the off position. And that's where we connect the mains lead into it, and then it somehow, it all goes up, stay upright. It all sort of, forgotten how you do it, but it sort of clips up to here, so the cord exits out of the top. So I think that's everything apart from the bag. Now the bag is very reminiscent of the Electrolux 500 series, and it's a very easy way of having a bag change. It's one of the easiest bags to change, the 500 series from Electrolux, and this, because basically you just move the top down and lift the bag out. What could be easier than that? That is such a simple design. You see, these say odour eliminating, spelt the American way, which is the wrong way, American folk. Odour has a U in it, the correct English way of spelling it. Eliminates odours caused by mould, bacteria and fungi. Made with Arm & Hammer, made with Arm & Hammer baking soda inside. Where is the bag made? Possibly America. Patent pending. Electrolux Home Care Products Limited, Bloomington. I'm not sure. You see, these bags here look plain. Let's have a quick look. I don't know if these are the Arm & Hammer. See, this is why I normally use a tripod, because it's very difficult to do things with one hand that could be, oh good. These are the same. I was a bit flummoxed by the plain looking bag on the outside. So there should be a filter. Ooh, hello. Some sort of filter. Let's get my hand in. Oh, there we are. It wasn't very, that's a very sort of coarse, spongy filter. In fact, I think that was That might have been the wrong way round. There's the motor in the bottom there. The suction motor. I think, yes, it was like that. I'm sure it should go that way up. If I'm wrong, please tell me, folks, but I think I am not incorrect in my assumption. There's a little bit of, hang on, a little bit of loose plastic from the manufacturing. I'll just get rid of that little thingy-majig. But as you can see inside, there's no way that's even been used for a demo. So I'm satisfied that it's not been used. And had the handle release been okay, I'd have been fairly pleased. I am still fairly pleased. Whoops, there we go. That's it. That is in correctly now. It wasn't before. Pop the bag back. So it's just so like the 500 series bags. Oh, even the bags have a little seal though built into them on the collar either side. Little bit of a membrane to help create a seal. And as I say, the air paths on this vacuum, whoops, are very wide. So I think you'd be hard pressed to block this vacuum up. There we go. Right, not bad. As long as it works, I'll be happy. The cord, I don't know how long the cord is. I'm assuming it'll be relatively long, hopefully at least 8 meters. If it's a commercial cleaner, you'd expect 10 meters, I would have thought. But that suggests to me it's not been plugged in. The protector on the 3-pin plug. Right, I think that's about the end of this video, but of course I will connect up the flex, put the filter in and just turn it on and just check it works. Providing it works, next time you'll see the Electrolux Professional upright is when I do my full demo and review. From what I remember, it's a pretty good machine at cleaning, especially with that lovely brush roll. Okay, I'll get the filter in and put the plug on. Well, not. The plug is on. Connect up the lead. Right, I've put the lead, I think that's correct, how I've done that. This is where the lead goes into the machine, at the top there, at the top of the bag compartment nearly. And then that's part of the connector, and then they're connected up there, and then there's a little sort of hook, so the cord is exiting from the rear of the top of the handle. Here is the handle, loop design, and also we've got the quick release cord storage, top cord storage, and as I showed you earlier, the bottom cord storage. Put the filter on, so it is the correct filter. HEPA, washable as well, so that's good. And it just clicks into place. Again, one-handed, it's not easy. Go on, get in there. Alright, well I'll do that when I'm on. Well, I'm on tripod mode. Okay, I'm ready to turn it on. Fingers crossed it works. Right, before I put it into carpet mode, let's at least see. There's always trepidation, always now. Ever since I've had my fingers burnt, not literally, but I've had a few scary moments or hairy moments with some vacuums. I'm not bothered when they're brand new, factory sealed, new models, but when they're from dubious places. Anyway, just get on with it, Rog. You're not too noisy. Hopefully that's a good sign. Just check the suction. I'll turn the dial to hose. Yep, that seems okay. Look, turn it back to floor. Pop the hose back. Right. Okay. Right, here goes. Let's put it into carpet. Now that's moving up and down a bit. No, there is a screw at the back. I think now I just need to tighten that up. I think that'll be okay. Right, let's go. On. Yeah, that seems alright. Let me just put it on the lowest setting, see if it makes any more of a rumbling noise. Well, it all seems in order. Let's have a look at the brush roll rotating. Oh yes, very vigorous. Don't want to get anything caught in that. Hence all these guards that they've put. Well, you know, I'm not too disappointed with this vacuum. It's a little bit grubby, but it should clean up. Well, that's about it for this unboxing of the Electrolux Professional upright vacuum cleaner. Stay tuned, because of course I will be giving this a thorough test with my bag of filth. I think it's going to do quite well, being a commercial machine. I think that metal agitator combined with the wide air path is going to make for a winning combination. It's quite heavy to push, and I expect it didn't sell in large numbers because it's a little bit too heavy and big for the domestic market, certainly in the UK, but in a commercial environment it's probably alright. But what can you do? Thanks for watching. Don't forget, please subscribe and you'll be updated when I upload any new floor care videos. Also, check my back catalogue. I've done many videos, hundreds of videos, some that I'm a little bit ashamed of, but anyway, they're still all there for you to view if you want to view them. So if you've got nothing better to do, search my channel, have a look at what else I've been doing over the last few years. So until the next time, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.